Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS every week. I am going to die. I want to fucking. This is a thing.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce myself. I am the Caterpillar guy. I'm unusual Caterpillar. And here I have my boy, my friend, that guy.
I swim in the ocean. I am an orca whale.
Yeah. And we're going to be discussing the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. My name is Playmaker. That's the name of the first episode. It's the worst, but whatever.
Is that the name of the first episode?
Yeah, that's the name of the first episode.
Oh.
It's
I
not.
think we should start this by saying that both of us are fans of Yu-Gi-Oh! To
Yeah.
some extent.
Yeah.
I like the first season. I like GX. I like Zexal. I don't like 5Ds. And I didn't even try to get into the last one. What even was it called?
Arc 5. I
Arc
watched the
V.
first couple of episodes of Arc 5. I got like 4 episodes in. It's decent. I find it okay. The OP is pretty good, the first one at least. And by the time I got into it, it was over and this one was coming out, so I was like, fuck it, I just won't watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people did like Arc 5, actually.
Yeah.
So, Macy,
Yeah.
what did you think of the first episode
I
of
enjoyed
Yu-Gi-Oh!
it. It was very
Brain?
technical, and by that I mean there was a lot of exposition because there's a lot of stuff they have to explain. So it was a fairly expositional episode,
I'm gonna say that
and
I know that like 50% of the episode was exposition, but I have more questions than answers.
yeah, I have a lot of questions as well, and I actually went and skimmed through the episode, like rewatch a couple of scenes
I
just to see
refuse
if
to
I
watch this episode
just to
again.
see if I could understand a bit more. So I did that, and I'll try and fill in answers where I can, but no guarantees that everything will be answered. So
I do not like this show. God, I don't like this show at all.
makes
uh,
makes sense. Makes sense.
so the fucking episode starts with some bullshit going on. I don't know what. It does it's never explained. There's like three different characters. I think maybe the girl and the guy are like the man with the really long head and the
No, but
one.
no, but the thing is that those I'm pretty sure that those guys are AI. Like those glowy things are
I
AI.
yeah, I
Because
don't
the
know,
the
but
one
they
the one
look
glowy
like
guy the one glowy guy who like became an eye later isn't like confirmed he's an AI, and I thought that they were the main characters
I
at the
did too.
beginning. They didn't explain anything. Uh, the one girl's voice kind of sounds similar to
They could be the same. I
Ali's. I'm not
honestly
too
couldn't
sure,
tell you.
but I would have to go and watch it again to like go and confirm because I'm not too sure. Because she says only one line, and that's "Who are you?" in the whole episode. At least I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know, but she's in it. Anyways, so yeah, it starts off with this weird fucking scene, and
There's a
you're just kind
massive
of
dragon.
yeah,
It looks stupid. It looks like some fucking darts shit. The malefic dragon. Oh god.
oh god, you mean Paradox? Darts is the
Paradox.
Leviathan,
Darts and Paradox are the same person.
pretty much,
They look
basically.
like the exact same person.
I wish my great grandfather Dots was here to see this.
Oh
It's a bit
god.
of a meme. I want to die. Yeah. So it's kind of confusing. I will give you that. It's a pretty confusing opening to the show. I feel like it will be explained later on in context.
Oh,
It's
it
just
definitely will. It's going to be explained in the 20-minute long exposition scene. It'll be the entire episode. There will
yeah,
be no dueling.
pretty much. Anyways, so it starts off with this scene, and I guess this fucking two groups or two factions are trying to find this one AI guy.
Yeah,
It's not
but
really
then they're also
explained.
against each other,
It's not
and then
really
the
explained why they
and then
want
the
the
main
AI.
guy's against both of them or something.
I think he's just against the Hanoi guys. I'm not too
No, I don't
sure.
think so, because there's like the Saul
Yeah, but
people.
he's not.
He was attacking the Saul people, I think. I think he's attacking both of them. Honestly, this is how stupid
Yeah,
the
it's not
episode
it's
was.
not very well explained. So after this this scene or whatever, it cuts to a time skip, and there's this guy from earlier that you see again. He's dueling in like a city, and then Super Saiyan Yusaku's there, and he's dueling Super Saiyan Yusaku, and then it just kind of cuts to the OP. He says like a one-liner, and then it cuts to the OP,
Oh yeah,
and
also
then
that
after
duel
that,
that we saw a bit of looked so boring. They were just
mm,
standing there.
they didn't show any stats or anything, so I'm kind of confused as to how that came about and like how far into it they would be if it just started or anything. Because it kind of seems like they had just started if they only had one monster each. Kind of seems that way to me at least. I'm not too sure. Anyways, so it cuts to the OP and then it cuts back like to a different scene completely. It's like Yusaku's in school and then this fucking guy who I think they confirmed the name of. I'm not too sure. I'd need to go and look that up. But he's there and he's giving some exposition about the world and everything and shit. And that's
Oh, are we
happening.
talking about Mako's father right now?
Yes, I guess
He
so.
looks exactly like Mako's father from Kill la Kill. Like he's a thumb man. His face is a thumb. He's got like this weird, gross, fucking wide open mouth. I mean, he's got like a dumb mullet like thing going on, and I have no idea what his eyebrows are. But he's sort of like exactly like Mako's dad. Oh, it's so bad. And so he's like he wakes the main character up, right? And
I
instead of
I don't know
like
if he was asleep or not. That's not really
I don't know, the main character
specified.
wakes up and he's like, "Look at my dual disc, dude." So I'm assuming he was actually just sitting around in the class waiting for this guy to wake up so he can show him his dual disc.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so stupid. And
Eh,
I also really hate the idea that because he was explaining that it's like a digital thing and you can have like digital cards, and I thought it's fucking stupid. It's a card game. The people playing this card game, the kids who will be buying these cards, are going to be buying physical cards. They don't want to watch a show where people are using little
Oh,
like.
oh, by the way, I watched Dark Side of Dimensions like 2 days ago or something. Fun fact, uh, Kaiba develops a VR or like not a VR, like a virtual dual disc that uses virtual cards. 6 months after fucking the original series ends, and so he uses that. I just thought that was a nice thing to throw in there. That he does use virtual cards in that, but I'm not too sure if that's
Yu-Gi-Oh
like.
lore makes no sense at all.
Yeah, there's still debates over the timeline and shit. People think that it's like a converging thing and it fucks over after like 5Ds is in its like own different world after GX, and it's a huge can of worms. I don't want to
GX
open.
made sense, and then 5Ds fucked it all up. Like I can accept maybe the idea that Zexal takes place in the future of GX, but I cannot accept that 5Ds takes place in between GX and Zexal.
Well, there's stuff that happens. I don't want to get too deep into this, but there's an episode of Zexal where Yuma stumbles upon an old duel dojo, and there's statues of monsters from the original series and GX, but there's nothing from 5Ds. Then this kind of implies that 5Ds is on a different timeline
Okay, that's
from the
good. And
original.
so that means I only like the one timeline where Yugi is canon and a real person.
You mean the timeline where Kaiba doesn't fuck up something?
I don't
Because
look. I don't know anything
yeah,
about Yu-Gi-Oh
okay.
timeline.
I'll show the video to you some other day or later, whatever.
Yeah,
Not on the.
link is in the description, boys.
Yeah,
Check it out.
it's an okay video. The guy is kind of decent. I watch his stuff not often, but sure.
Let's
Anyways,
stop.
moving on
Let's
with the
yeah.
episode.
Um,
Yusaku sounds like Dio, even though he
no,
isn't
he
voiced
doesn't.
by Dio.
He doesn't.
To me he does. Kind of reminded me. Not of like Dio like screeching like yelling out the world and shit.
Okay, can we talk about the OP for a second? Also?
Sure, we can talk about the OP. I only took
You
2 nights.
liked the song, right?
I
Because there's
liked
the
the
other
song.
JoJo connection, the
Yeah.
actual real JoJo connection that exists outside of your
Yeah.
delusional fantasies.
Tommy Hiroaki did the OP, and he also did that one. You know
Can
the
you
one.
tell us who he is?
He's the guy who did Sonochi no Sarame, the first OP
Which
for
Macy's
JoJo.
really into for some reason.
Yeah, I like
I
it.
thought
It's
this
good.
OP was fucking so. I mean, the song was like I didn't even uh, register the song as music. It was just white noise. uh, but the fucking so the characters whenever they'd show up on screen, because you know it's like Yu-Gi-Oh, so it's there's just different shots, and it's like, here's this character, here's all of their signature cards, here's this character, here's all of their signature cards.
This show doesn't do that. They don't
No,
do
it
that at
does. No,
all.
it does.
What it
But
does?
it's like 2 seconds. You see the character show up, you see the things show up, and then it's next guy. Oh, I couldn't, like, I didn't
I
get
don't
a
remember
sense
that.
of what
I don't
any of
remember
the
that at
characters'
all.
designs were. Also, the cute girl, the one with the blue hair, she looks identical to all of her cards. Like, they all are just like generic cute girl. So I legitimately thought that it was just showing me a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that were all cute girls. and then the man with the weird head, that's probably going to be one of the other main characters.
Yeah.
I that's when I finally registered, like, oh, that's what they're doing. They're doing the thing where they show all the people on their deck. But
I didn't even register that was happening. Like I didn't think
I
that
think you
happened at
just
all.
wanted to listen to the music, probably.
Yeah, pretty. Oh, it was in the OP.
Yeah.
Right.
the
Okay.
OP.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I like kind of was taking notes on the OP at the same
Right.
time. And my notes are, holy shit, the OP is pretty okay, and Bike Girl is cute. Because there's a girl on a bike. I can not
Yeah,
flash
see,
up
the editing
on
was
the
so bad
screen.
because they wouldn't show us the characters for more than like a split second. So I saw her and I'm like, oh, maybe she's kind of cute, but like then there was nothing, like I didn't get any good look at her at all. I would have had to pause, and I was like tucked in bed, just trying to be like, oh, I gotta watch this so I can do this fucking podcast. It was not fun. It's not gonna be. So, going back to the Mako dad thing,
Yeah.
why does he do this exposition scene? The main character definitely knows it already. I mean, he might assume that the main character doesn't know it, but you don't just go up to a random person and be like, hey, buddy, you like my dual disc? And then explain everything that it does. You know, you don't go up to just a random person in your class and be like, hey, you like my new iPhone what iPhone are they on now?
8, 9. I don't.
You like my new iPhone 9? Look at all of its cool features, and you like rub the screen and take, I don't fucking know, and take like 3 pictures, and the person's like, cool, I have a phone too. I know what they do. Right? Like, it's not much. It's just like an upgraded phone. It's just an upgraded dual disc. Fucking everybody has one.
Alright, well.
And the thing is, he recognized that it was the new dual disc, so he didn't really need to explain it because he knew what it was. It was just for the audience, and so it was fucking annoying. Also, the guy he's talking to, Mako's dad, says "baka," and the dual disc is like, "Hey, that's a bad word. That's a word you're not supposed to say." He says "idiot." Idiot is a swear word in this world.
I don't know, man. I don't.
He also dabs.
Yeah. Dab, man.
Yeah, and then the main character compliments him, and he blushes, and it's like, oh, goo, don't, God. Let's move on. Something happens. They go to the Saul building. It's the Saul building.
It's the Saul building, and there's a giant fucking chess piece.
Yeah.
It's a giant bishop It's a giant bishop piece
Bishop. Yeah, it's
explaining ominous shit.
my
And
biggest.
I quote, I wrote in my notes, what is this exposition? What is the Cyverse? What is the data material? Who is Ignis? Explain your shit, Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they're explaining so much. They don't explain anything. They're just kind of assuming that everybody knows what data material is, what the Cyverse is. Apparently there's like a world within the Link VRAINS, which is like a AI world or some shit, which is like they call the Cyverse. I don't fucking know. I have not known anything about
Link
this
VRAINS
shit.
is just like saying Link Start from Sword Art Online, and I hate Sword Art Online, so I
Well,
hate
rather,
this show.
rather, Link Start is like saying into the VRAINS, because that's what they say when they go
Do
into
they
the
say
thing.
into the
Yeah,
VRAINS?
they
don't.
say into the VRAINS.
It's so stupid.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
I also want to say that VRAINS is a really, really shitty name.
Well,
I didn't read anything about this show. I saw like a couple of character designs on Macy's Instagram,
yeah.
and I knew he was calling it VRAINS. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is VRAINS?
It's
It's got to be like it's got to be like
It's an acronym.
An acronym or something. That's what I thought.
What it means is virtual reality, a artificial intelligence network system or something. I don't know.
But the
what
thing is,
NS means.
it's not like a fan made name. That's the name
that's
of
the actual
the show.
name.
It's so stupid. I mean, like Yu-Gi-Oh has like weird, fucking quantum ass names normally, like GX, 5Ds, Zexal.
Yeah, but at least 5Ds
Arc
makes
V.
sense because five
yeah,
duelists.
5 dragons. But GX literally.
It doesn't mean 5 dragons. It means 5 duelists actually. Like they've confirmed that pretty much at this point.
Well,
But whatever. GX Generation X, they do that in the fucking.
Zexal is who even cares? Also Zexal, who even the fuck cares? Arc V.
Arc 5.
Arc
It's
5.
the 5th arc.
Arc, go fuck yourself.
I like
VRAINS is.
It's quantum, guys. It's elite. Oh yeah, that's the most important thing. Is that the main character is just a hacker. He hacks.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, he is just a hacker boy.
Yeah.
Also, this chess scene is the most atrocious thing in the entire episode. Because I don't even know how long it was. It felt like fucking 5 minutes. It probably wasn't that long. It was probably around 3.
Yeah, I was thinking it's more along 3.
But
even then, it kind of feels like 5.
It was 3 shots. It was just 3 panning images. There was no animation at all.
Well, it's hard in their defense. It's hard to animate a fucking chess piece.
Then don't do it. Look. The thing about
they've gotta
animation,
have the mystery, Tan.
Macy. They're not. They're not adapting this from anything.
Yeah, but
no. So they should be thinking of this idea in terms of animation and how they can animate this to be engaging, not how. Let's just do as little animation as possible. Let's put a little chess thing in there. They're just lazy. They just want to. I mean, and I know that that's sort of how weekly anime is, but you still get shit like anything that KyoAni has ever done, and it's all great looking, right? And that, I mean, they start early, but that's what you should be doing with your TV shows, anyways. It's it's so bad, and it really was like, because it was a mix of there was nothing at all interesting to look at, and the text made no sense at all. And this is the point in the episode where I literally went brain dead. I do not have any idea what happens after this. Like, okay. I do, sort of.
I guess
but I'm like,
I can.
Oh, and then like, okay. As far as I'm concerned, he does his hacker boy thing. He's talking to a man in the
he's talking to stand. He's talking to a hot dog man named Kusanagi who lost his bro.
I don't even know how you know.
They're trying
names.
to get. They're basically talking about how they want this AI to fuck over Hanoi, which is this night hacker group or whatever. Which they actually do explain earlier on in the episode. It's like, oh, this is a hacker group, but they don't hack. They're duelists. They play card games. What the fuck? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! You don't have to make an extremely complicated, convoluted, what the hell is going on plot. It's fucking card games. It's card games. How hard is this to do?
Hey. It's not card games. It's card games on literal fucking surfboards, dude.
We'll get to that. We'll fucking get to that. Okay, so while they're hacking,
Yeah, he's
to get
talking
this,
about like speed card games. I'm like, oh, are
Yeah.
they referencing
yeah,
5Ds? No,
yeah,
no, they're not.
no, that's basically the dueling type in 5Ds is speed duels. So
But that's not what they're referencing.
it's an indirect reference.
No,
but not ex-
no.
but
It's
not
not
like,
a reference. It's not a reference. They're referencing this show.
Yeah. Anyways, so while they're doing this elite hacking shit to find this AI, there's a duel going on between Onizuka Go and Blue Angel. But it's not really because the fucking ninth guys show up and they're
Oh yeah, the dragon
fucking
comes.
pissed.
I have no idea what's going on. I don't know how it's like daytime when the blue girl is fighting something and the dragon just rampages through, and then he like appears in the city and he's literally killing people. People actually die in the first episode of this show.
I wrote in my note, and we've already hit apocalypse levels of property damage.
No, Macy, it's not property damage. People die.
Yeah.
There are lives lost in this episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Does that ever happen?
Let me think. Hold on. First episode? No. First episode, I have not seen. Fuck GX. First episode of 5Ds? No. First episode of Zexal? Not sure. Arc 5? I don't think so. Oh my god, people die within the first episode. This is a first.
Yeah, and also
Holy
I don't even think it's
shit.
very common for them to die at all. Like, people come close to death, or they get, like, in comas or whatever. But can you name, like, a specific time when anybody dies in Yu-Gi-Oh! And they don't come back?
Hold on. Atem dies at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! 1.
Like, wait, that's the Pharaoh, right?
Yeah, the Pharaoh dies at the
You
end of
just
the
said
series.
Pharaoh, dude. I haven't seen the end of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
He's sort of dead. But
I
like,
mean, he
but,
does
like, he's-
come back in the dark side of dimensions, so that's
yeah,
kind of
and also
irrelevant.
he's sort of already dead because he's a kind of a ghost man who possesses Yugi's body. So we don't like he doesn't really die. He just sort of passes on. And if that's the best you can come up with, somebody who died in literally like the last episode, who's already a ghost.
No, Darts fucking dies.
Does Darts die?
Darts fucking dies, man. Oh,
Well, I mean-
right. Fucking Noah and Gozaburo fucking explode in the end of the fucking virtual world arc. In the original. Full Michael Bay. Full Michael Bay. They made a meme out of that, I think.
Is Noah already dead? What was Noah's deal?
Noah was, like, crippled or some shit, and they put him into he was, like, hit by a car or some shit, and Gozaburo put him into a virtual reality. It was like, oh, hey, now he's alive, and we're gonna.
Point is,
leave him
people die
alive.
very infrequently in Yu-Gi-Oh! And
Yeah.
there are, I'd say at least, let me count this, maybe like 8 on-screen deaths in the first episode. Admittedly, they're not like important characters, but they still die. And you see, like, sure, you see people die in Bonds Beyond Time, but that's because, like, Pegasus dies in Bonds Beyond Time.
Yeah, but then that's.
But
right,
he also
they
comes
go
back to
in
time, comes back to life because,
Gotta go back in time.
yeah, I
I
don't know.
Anyways, moving on with the episode. So basically, they do
Does
like
something
this whole,
else even happen?
Yeah, they
You like-
what's his name? The fucking MC does like this whole fucking track thing to get the fucking AI.
His dual disc
out of
is
it.
alive now.
Yeah, and I wrote in my notes, I'm like, oh man, he has an AI like that one guy did in his dual disc. What foreshadowing?
Well, like most of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters have like some sort of all of the Yu-Gi-Oh characters have like a companion, right? Like Yugi's got the Pharaoh who basically does the dueling for him. He's not like a helping hand. He fucking is the good one.
Jaden's got
Jaden's got Wing
demons.
Karibo, and then later Yubei, who is
You're forgetting Professor Banner, who
Yeah,
is
and
an
also
important character.
very
Not
important. Wait, did
really.
he die then?
I think the implication is that he's dead.
Okay, well then that's a death. Professor Banner dies.
I think it's not on screen. I think it's like a thing that happens
He
earlier
still
on.
dies though.
Yeah. Anyways, and then Yusei has the Crimson Dragon. Not
Yeah,
really.
Yusei is the Crimson Dragon or something. Yusei,
He
I don't
doesn't.
really know.
He doesn't really
Yusei's
help
kind of
him
like the
though.
worst character.
And then and
And
then
then and
Yuma
then
has
Yuma's
Astral,
got Astral, who I like. I like Astral. I
and
like
then
Yuma. I like Zexal. I'm
Yuya.
like the only person who likes Zexal.
I enjoyed Arc 5 more than Zexal, to be
I
honest.
never watched Arc 5, but I assume that Arc 5
Arc
continues the thing.
5,
I will say I
not
do like the
really,
fact that the main
does
character's
it?
companion in this, which is definitely going to be the little eye on his dual disc,
Yeah,
is
that's
kind of defiant. Not really like
yeah,
he's not just like a mentor. He's more like a rambunctious kind of asshole. And
yeah.
hopefully that means he's gonna be good. Gonna be
And
interesting.
then
But
and then they go into the VRAINS and go into the link
they link
rings.
start and fucking card games on surfboards.
Yeah. And there's the end of
It's
the
Macy
episode.
said
There's no
hoverboards.
actual
Macy on
duel.
his thing wrote hoverboards. It's
Yeah,
not
I wrote
hoverboards.
hoverboards.
There is water. There's like purple digital
But it's
water.
not a water. It's a digital storm. They say
It's
in the episode, he's
oh.
made a digital storm.
They did say digital storm, but it's stupid.
You gotta go with the canon, dude. It's a hoverboard.
We don't even know what the canon is, Macy.
Anyways, Super Saiyan Yusaku versus this one knight guy who
Yeah,
I think
next
I
episode.
think his name is Revolver. I'm not too sure. They name
Next
drop the guy
episode,
Revolver.
everybody dies.
First duel, Yusaku
First
versus
duel.
Hanoi guy. Who will win?
What
Find
is
out
this
next time on
malefic
Dragon
dragon?
Ball Z. Anyways, that's the episode. What did you think? You thought it was,
It was
shit?
bad.
It was shit.
Bad.
I have hopes that it will be good. This one was more of an exposition episode, and I understand that has to happen in order to get to the duels. And by the way, speaking of duels, we're gonna see Link summoning most likely next episode. And I, as a specific challenge to myself, thought that I would try and explain Link summoning, even though it makes absolutely no sense. So basically, during your main phase, you can Link summon a monster from the extra deck by declaring that you're going to Link summon, and then you have to send the same... okay, so basically every Link monster has a number. Like, it's a Link, like, say you have a Link 3.
I'm already very
Okay,
very
here we go.
lost.
Here we go. Shut the hell up. So say you have a Link 3 Link monster. So you have to take three normal monsters, or like just monster cards in general, that each add up to level 3. So you could take like a level 4, two level 4s, and a level 2, and that would add up to. So it's basically synchro summoning. Only you have to use the exact amount of cards. It's basically more asinine version of fucking synchro summoning.
It sounds like it doesn't make any sense.
It
But
it does if you see
if
an
it's
example.
kind of like synchro summoning, then I don't have a problem with it, as long as it's not pendulum, whatever the fucks. I don't like those at all.
Pendulum is kinda asinine because you can only do it once. You can only pendulum summon once, and once the scale is set, it's forever set, and you can't change it. Anyways,
Yeah, I don't like any of. I don't even know what that means, and I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist.
that's a good thing to do.
So
The ED is meh.
I didn't even watch the ED because I saw it. I saw like just a boring fucking whatever. I don't even. It's bad. It's bad. I don't like it. I don't like.
Anyways, that was the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. The next episode is episode 2. Grab the Wind Storm Access. That's episode 2. Tune in next week for more of this shit. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.